Yeah, 7:01.
Welcome all to the Town of Wilton, December 7th board meeting. Anybody want to stand for the pledge of allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Supervisor Lamb,
Here.
Deputy Supervisor
His wife
McCaffrey.
got operated on today, and he's home playing Nurse Ratchet tonight with her.
Hope he's not in a uniform.
Okay, Councilman Bogardus.
Present.
Councilwoman Callaghan.
Yes, ma'am.
And Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
Anybody signed up to speak?
Tina, do we have? Nope, it's blank. Thank you.
Ah, it's the first time in
I was going to say,
Long time.
I'm not sure if that's a gift.
I didn't see a tray of sugar cookies here either.
here.
Planning board.
Here you go. Oh, you could have the whole thing. Well, okay, you could have theirs.
You take theirs.
Dwayne doesn't like to share.
Cannabis
Sorry.
showcase, you're up, Jody. Right up to the mic. Don't be nervous.
That's not a showcase, you're just going to bring out
I might start singing.
karaoke.
Yeah. You need to talk right into it. It's very difficult.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jody Cracker. My husband and I own Dairy House and Doggy Play Care down on Route 9. I want to thank you all for letting me speak tonight. My daughter Brittany approached me back in the summer of 2022 and asked if I wanted to open up a cannabis dispensary. My first thought was, you are out of your mind. Not long after, my friend and realtor called me to tell me that her daughter got medical marijuana without a medical card in the Wilton Mall. I did some research because this bothered me. This girl has been very sick, and so after doing some research, I found out that they have CBD that they manipulate and manufacture into different types of THC, some of which will get you 33 times higher than regular, regulated, or natural marijuana. This really bothered me because
Sounds pretty good to you, don't it, Dwayne?
This bothered me because I knew what this girl had gone through, and she kept asking if we were opening a dispensary, and I said, not yet, because we were meeting with so many hurdles. And so I thought to myself, if this girl can walk into Wilton Mall and she can get synthetic marijuana, she doesn't even know what she's getting, that I needed to do a little more research. And so I saw an opportunity to change the paradigm. I went to legal manufacturing facilities and met with chemists. I was shocked by the science and the regulation that these products must go through to become safe. I mean, I was really shocked, because when I was a kid, you just went to your friend in a field, and what this product has to go through today is mind-boggling. In doing my research, I also found out that states with regulated cannabis programs have more than 20% less deaths as a result of drug overdoses. Recently, regulators from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Connecticut visited several of the unregulated dispensaries in New York State. They purchased products which they then tested. The results showed that 100% of these products that they purchased did not meet New York State testing standards. I was appalled. I was happily surprised at the restrictive rules New York State had created that qualifies cannabis safe to sell. I was also happy to learn that every product is tracked from seed to sale, and even waste is recorded and reported to the state. To ensure that I was going to open this dispensary responsibly, I hired a consultant who has 21 years of experience in regulated cannabis. She has participated in the drafting of legislation in 3 states, California, Rhode Island, and Nevada. She has focused her career on compliance, which I loved, and has spent more than 5 years working with a top-level executive in pharma who developed protocols around quality assurance. I know that Wilton has opted out, and I understand your concerns, as I had them too prior to my research. I am sincerely hoping that you will reconsider to ensure the safe and responsible dispensation of cannabis in Wilton. Again, I thank you for your time tonight. And I do want to mention that I had talked about a showcase, and that was when our card licenses by New York State were withheld because of an injunction, and that injunction has been lifted. So, you know, right now we are looking to open up a dispensary. We would definitely consider a showcase, but time is of the essence. So I'm on a little bit of a seesaw here, but thank you for your time tonight, Bruce.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking. Let's skip one. Somebody want to make a motion to approve November's minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Champlain Hudson Power Express. You got anything for us on that, Mark?
Mark, were you able to review the easements? Okay. Hopefully we can do that and get your opinion before the January meeting. Okay. I mean, it was kind of a push when we met with them last month. You know, we said, get the linkage to us as soon as you can. You know, take some time to review. So they've been emailing Ryan and I every day for the last 2 weeks. Oh, that's all right. But we'll let them know that hopefully that'll be on the agenda. They didn't have anybody coming tonight anyway. But if everybody was able to review, and everybody had the chance, did you get to go over and meet with them? No, but John, were you okay with that kind of location at Gavin Park, how they kind of tucked it in and revamped that staging area?
Yes, I was waiting for them though to give us the amount of a check they're gonna give us. I didn't get an answer.
They did, yeah, it's in there. And I can't remember the
How
easement
much is the
amount.
check?
One for $6,720.
How much?
$6,720.
That's Scout Road?
6,000?
Hold on, there's more though.
There's
I was
more.
looking at a couple $100,000.
No.
The second for the Gavin Park would be $7,424. And then there's a $10,000 component that they,
That's the escrow thing.
Yeah.
that's, that could be, you know,
What's the total cost of that project?
$3 billion.
Yeah.
They're gonna give us 13,000?
14.
13, well,
14. Well, based on impact, what they did, they went through Saratoga County and took the median range of property value. So they're offering $44,000 per acre for permanent easement and $8,800 per acre for temporary.
well, the main thing, the residents are getting something.
Yeah, well, that 10,000 escrow is ours, and then they'll put 60,000 into a separate escrow, which will be determined by Mike. That has more to do with the cuts in the roads, so that as long as it's all done to his liking, then they can take that back, or if Mike thinks that there's any repair work that they need to do or anything that isn't done up to town standard, then we can draw from that. Am I correct on that? Correct. Or any other impediment anywhere else. That escrow has a shelf life, though, of 6 months after the close of project, or 3?
Yeah.
3 months.
Basically, as soon as they're done, we want to make sure that everything's right before they finish.
That's all I got for an update, though.
61 Jones Road, demolition, discussion, and set a public hearing. Want to take this one, Dwayne?
Yeah, obviously, the house has been condemned probably about 2 years ago. A new person purchased the property with intent to do whatever he wanted. Initially, he was going to try to remodel, and the house is still not in good condition to be remodeled. So we have asked him to demo it and tear it down. It's been 2 years of excuses of this or that, and
2 years of an eyesore,
yeah, so finally,
unsafe condition.
I've been working with Mark Mikens from the planning and code enforcement, and actually he could probably expand on it more.
So I don't know that we have to have a public hearing.
I don't even know Mark was at this.
I believe we had a public hearing where
We did.
we allowed them to speak.
Has that gas been shut off from the road?
It has not been shut off the road, and that's the problem.
That has to be done,
That has to be done before you can demo it.
and he's gotta pay for it.
Yes, so there's two partners involved here. One was a silent partner who was just basically the financier. The other one was the one we met at the meeting, Dave. Jim Colbert has kind of got everything dumped on his bank account. Colbert's bank account's empty, and he's been told it's all on him now. So he has been in touch with me the past couple weeks. I did get a call from a contractor yesterday, so hopefully they'll move forward with that. If not, I'm planning on within the next couple weeks, I'll get a bid spec together.
Did you give him the time limit? Okay, thank you.
But I would like to continue to move forward as far as the town and get everything going as far as if he cannot complete his responsibility of tearing it down, we as a town will tear it down, and then the county would take over the lien on the property and everything, and then the county would pay us back for whatever expenses it costs us to tear it down. So really, it doesn't cost us anything in the long run, but it really needs to come down. I'm surprised. There may be people living in there, we don't know.
All right.
I can't believe that piece of equipment's been sitting there for months and no one's needed it.
It's been there a year.
Excavator?
Yeah,
8 months.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know that's missing?
So we're gonna move forward. Mark is gonna write up the proposal and propose bid and put it out for bid, and keep the whole thing moving forward for demolition, hopefully within the next month or two. If the gentleman is able to secure a contractor and financing to do it himself, we can stop that process and withdraw at any time, and he would just take it over privately. But we would like to continue moving forward as a town to take the property down.
Counselor, do we have to set up another public hearing or
I
not?
don't remember if the public hearing was closed.
It was.
It was closed, then there should not be another one required.
Okay.
We're all set. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Mark, for all your work.
Yes. Grand Highlands Road and Land Acceptance, Canyon Run Drive. Highland subdivision. You all aware of it?
No, but has Mike checked it out?
Yeah,
Like you're good?
that's on our new road specs.
Okay.
You're happy with it?
Yeah.
Good.
So let me, if I could throw in on this though, their real property documentation has a bunch of inconsistencies in it. So if you want to accept it, we're just going to suggest you do so conditioned on the form being subject to our approval as town legal counsel.
So you want to make that in form of a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the acceptance conditioned upon council's final review and approval.
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. DOT response to speed limit request in Parkhurst Road.
So the board received that. DOT sent a letter to me just after our last meeting to acknowledge receipt of our July 27th, 2023 request for a traffic study regarding the speed limit on Parkhurst Road between Corinth Mountain Road and Galler Road in the town of Wilton. This office conducted speed limit investigations on several roads, including the requested section of Parkhurst Road on May 13th, 2022. At that time, we determined that the existing 45 mile per hour speed limit was appropriate for the conditions experienced. Our policy is to conduct a speed limit study on town highway or county route if no speed limit investigations had been conducted in the past 3 years. We are not aware of any significant changes in either the roadway characteristics or roadside development to warrant the initiation of another speed limit investigation of Parkhurst Road at this time.
That's a form letter.
Yeah, I know you've done it lately, but I think in the future, we gotta, any time we want this, we gotta write down, if there's been developments there, housing developments, this and that, because
Yeah, you gotta just,
they don't do a thing. Just sort of does and yes or no, usually no. Mark, on these, appointments, can we do them all at once, like the Wilton Planning Board?
As long as everybody's in agreement, sure.
I'll recuse myself for one of them.
I don't blame you.
vote him no, so he stays home with the kids.
Yeah.
Reappointments, Wilton Planning Board, Thomas Murphy, 1/1/24 to 12/31/30, James Deloria, 10/5/2023 to 12/31/2025, Dean Colligan, alternate, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/24, Sean, what did I say that?
Alaska.
Leska, alternate, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/24.
Just to note, Jim Deloria was an alternate, and he had taken over, I think, Dave Cattell from those positions.
Right. Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve those 4 candidates.
Have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I know, I couldn't I?
Reappointments to Zoning Board, Christopher Ramsdale, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/30, Christopher
Iwinski.
Awinski, alternate, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/24, and Andrew Bobbitt, alternate, 1/1/24 to 12/31/24.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Reappointments, Ethics Board, Charles Garrison, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/25, Ryan Getting, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/2025, Bradley Weiner, 1/1/2024 to 12/31/2025.
I'll make a motion to approve those reappointments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Voting delegate and alternate for AOT conference. Delegate Dwayne Bogardus, alternate Ryan Riper.
I'll make that motion.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
When is the Association of Towns meeting?
February.
President's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Starts on Sunday.
Gavin Park Security Cameras Contract Award. You want to talk about that, Maria?
Sure. So the current camera situation at Gavin Park is lacking. They're old, and some of them don't even work. They're unreliable. In the past, we've had incidents that we could have benefited from the use of surveillance, and we didn't really have anything to look at because the cameras were not working. So it's been on our radar to, try to get a camera situation set up. We used the state contract, it's an umbrella contract, and because we didn't have the specific model that we were looking for, we had to canvass the entire set of vendors who would provide security cameras, and so while a lot of emails went out for a request for quote, we received 4 responses. Part of our requirement for the request for quotes was that we have a 4-hour mean guaranteed 4-hour mean response time, because we didn't want to be down without any surveillance capability. We also wanted an end-to-end service, so that the same company that sets up the wiring and installation is the one that monitors the functionality of the cameras, so that we don't have a problem. Then we have to take the time to investigate, well, where does the problem lie? So with that, we had one company out of 3 who was able to provide us with everything that we wanted, and that is Spectrum. So they have provided us with a quote. It is a 36-month, and we lease the equipment, which is actually good. It goes against my initial instinct of, why not purchase it? But if something does happen to the cameras that need to be replaced, it's on them. They'll update and everything. So that's a good benefit to the town.
Even just change the technology.
Yes,
Over the years.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it happens
Exactly.
quick.
Yep.
Right. So, you have the floor, may have tentatively informed Spectrum that pending board approval, they would be the winner of the award. I have also notified the other three of the same scenario. And so the next step would be if the board does approve Spectrum to come in, the next step would be Spectrum would come and do a site visit and get a little bit more detailed information about where everything's going. We put out for 5 indoor cameras and 9 outdoor cameras. We also will be, and we have contacted the school already.
That covers most of the park.
Yes. We've notified the school that we are going to revisit the security. It's not a new topic to the school, they know already because there are cameras there. So we're working with the school at this time as well.
Maria, I just have, if on the end of the 36 months, we decide to go to a different vendor, do they come take the cameras out? Are we able to purchase what we have in place?
They could come and take the cameras out, Spectrum.
Right.
Come and take the cameras out, and then the new vendor can tell us if they can work with the wiring that's already there. Again, because of changes in technology, we're already light years beyond what we have now, so it's completely conceivable that the wiring that would be implemented now could be out of date in the end of the week. I know that one of the board members, John McCarran, has had experience with wiring, and he had recommended to me about Cat 8 versus the Cat 5, I think that's currently there. Cat 8 being much more robust and will be much more efficient in communicating from camera to switch. But Spectrum, when I relayed that information to Spectrum, they have also recommended fiber because it's outdoor. So that's all got to be hammered out, and, John or any other town board member is welcome to come. I'll inform you all when Spectrum comes to do the site visit so that you can take a walking tour and see where the cameras are.
These cameras aren't just for stopping theft. There's a lot of times they stop a lawsuit.
The outside ones are going to be tilt, pan, zoom, and stuff.
Yes.
Can we make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Committee reports.
I am very happy to report that the Graphite Range Community Forest opened this past week. I was out there last weekend, for probably a half a day, and I was out there for most of the morning today. Saratoga Plan, the volunteer committee, did an exceptional job of designing these trails. It's about 5-6 miles of trail out there for both hiking and mountain biking, or a combination thereof. Christopher Daly Foundation made a contribution, and there's a bridge that crosses a new bridge that crosses the stream from the connecting this southern and northern ends of the property. That is named after Christopher Daly, who our gym is made of. It's called Chris's Cross.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Chris's Crossing. Let's see, so I want to commend a number of people. One is Saratoga Plan that had a big hand in this project. Mike Monroe and his crew at the Highway Department, who created the parking lot that's there for the trailhead. Ryan Riper was part of this process from the very beginning. Jason Kemper, the county planner, was involved with the project as well. Tip of the hat to Supervisor Lant for ushering this project through the Board of Supervisors. This is Saratoga County's first community forest project. And if it were not for the support of Supervisor Lant and the Board of Supervisors, that would not have happened. Let's see, anybody else? I think that should do it.
Just hope folks enjoy it.
Yeah.
The only thing I got, we had a COVID and flu shots a couple weeks ago at Gavin Park. Anything?
We do have a letter from the Provost family to the Wilton Town Board. A heartfelt thank you to the board for the September 7 board vote to waive the fee for the 6th Annual Dan Provost Memorial Walk for Awareness and Recovery, held at Gavin Park on October 7th. The Big Pavilion shielded us from the rain that morning by waiving the rental fee. You've directed more funds into the community for addiction and recovery programs and services. Thank you again for your consideration, Maureen and Ken Provost.
Yeah, I went there. It was a heck of a turnout. Maria, you're up.
Okay. Did you want to talk about the tree lighting?
Oh, yeah, I didn't make it. They had the Christmas tree light Friday night. I guess I talked to Ross. He said everybody's happy. It went well. I guess that was a miserable night, too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's raining.
Okay, so for the comptroller's report, the first category is our 2023 budget transfers, and the first item is related to our upcoming holiday party. There's a public purpose to the party, which is to boost employee morale. So we are allocating $3,000 from our contingent account to the celebrations account to accommodate food and such for the party. The next item under our 2023 budget transfers is for the reclassification of snow guards, which was accounted for under capital expenditures for parks, but I would like to move it over to the playground department code for better and more accurate reporting. Those are the two budget transfers we have for 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget transfers.
Second?
Second.
In favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. The 2024 budget transfer is related to a December 2023 legislative mandate that came down from the state and was communicated to the assessors of the county, that the state is now going to require a secondary notification to seniors for the exemption that's coming up and is necessary to be done 30 days prior to the application deadline of March, I believe is the 31st? March 1st. So in 2024, the Assessor's Department is going to be mailing out postcards to remind a specific population of seniors who would be eligible for the exemption. So I needed to increase budget for the postage to accommodate that activity.
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. The third category is our annual assignment of fund balance. We're estimating that at December 31st, 2023, our general fund will have some surplus fund balance, and we would like to allocate it in the categories that are shown. This requires board approval and is also changeable by board approval or board decision at any time during the year.
Maria, is there an amount in addition to this that is unassigned?
Yes, so the town has a fund balance policy, which is, I wouldn't say required by the Office of the State Controller, but strongly encouraged. And in the fund balance policy, we have a threshold that our unassigned fund balance cannot be more than 25%, but not, I'm sorry, I'm saying this backwards, that's why it can't be less than 25% or not more than 50% of our ensuing year's budget. So to stay within that guideline and to have unassigned fund balance kept at a minimum, these are the assignments that we're creating.
So how much is left unassigned?
Unassigned is going to be,
Ballpark.
I estimate, approximately $3 million.
Okay.
We need to make a motion on this, you said?
Yeah.
You want to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
In favor? Opposed? Carried.
Thank you. Under the fourth category, which is personnel, Scott Harrington, who is our facilities maintenance supervisor, he would like to fill a vacant part-time position in his department with Andrew Rugy. This position will be classified as part-time maintenance worker. So it's a little bit different than our cleaning position that we previously talked about, in that this person has the abilities and the capabilities to do not only cleaning, but snow plowing, equipment operation, landscaping, and such. The pay rate is suggested at $22 an hour to accommodate the fact that this individual can do more than the typical cleaner that we've had. And Mr. Rucci can begin work pending the background screening, which actually I found out today he has passed.
Okay.
So if the board approves, he'd be ready to work at any time.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Favor? Carried.
Thank you.
Hired.
Thank you. And the last item is the asset disposition. Scott Harrington is requesting to sell 4 generators. They're older generators, not the new ones that we just purchased, on Auctions International.
So moved.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. You know, another year's gone by, a lot of things have happened, and I just like to thank a few people. Mike Monroe, what a stupid job you and your staff did. Everybody's happy with you, and I'd like to thank all the department heads. All I ever hear is good feedback from the residents. They used to be ashamed to go in Ryan's office, always such a mess, and all these stacks of papers, but he is a busy guy.
Of course.
Counselor,
Sandwich
I'd like
wrapper.
to thank you for keeping us out of trouble.
Thank you. Good job staying out of trouble.
As far as we know.
We'll see we'll see in February.
I'd like to thank Maria and Sue.
Yeah, that's the city's problem, though.
I'd be lost without them. I think we all would. They do an excellent job. I'd like to thank the town board. I think you did a super job. Last year, you moved the town ahead. You always work as a team, never any fighting. You're always all professional, and I appreciate that. Everybody have a great holiday and a safe one.
We appreciate your leadership, Mr. Lamb.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay.
In favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you. You don't want to go home yet?
Get it off easy, so.
You don't have